Hi, my name is Wilx, and this is episode 5 of StoneBlock. Well, today we're going to go over a better way of breeding chickens. We're going to get started on mystical agriculture. And we're going to take a look at a new weapon from Tinkerers, the laser, and we're going to set it up to do mob chunks. So let's get started here. First off, if you liked the way I was breeding chickens before in the last episode, I've come up with something that I think is much better. But before we move on to that, this is the old system. It's exactly the same. I haven't changed anything up here. Let's review how the old system worked so that you can understand what's better about the new system. So let's say we have some beginner chickens here. We've got a flint chicken we put with a bone chicken, and that can give us can potentially give us an iron chicken when you combine those two together. Now, if I've only got one of each and they're both at like 1, 1, 1, it's going to take forever for them to do anything. So I could go walk away and leave those two going for it, and I could potentially get another flint chicken, or another bone chicken, or I could potentially get an iron chicken. There was 3 possibilities on this. If I got another flint chicken, then what would happen is this thing here is set to feed back into itself. And that way, if I get another flint or another bone, they automatically stack up here, and it goes a little bit quicker. But it doesn't do anything with the iron chicken once it comes out. And I could have another one over here where I'm doing, let's say, flint and a log, and it's doing its thing. Now, I might want to combine some of the results together with other things to make new chickens. And there's no way of handling that at this point in time. And once I got about 10 of these things going, maybe more, notice there's 20 of them here, so I was trying to get a whole bunch of different chickens going all at the same time, I started getting very confused as to what went where and what I was trying to do with each. On top of that, it became a full-time job for me to manually say, okay, I've got another iron here. Well, the iron has to go down here with this one, and I also need iron over here with that one. Trying to remember what I needed, trying to put it all together. It was a nightmare, and I couldn't walk away from it. I wanted something that was more set it and forget it. So after a little bit of thought, now I haven't used anything that you haven't seen me use before. If you want, you can pause it and say, how could I pause the video and say, how could I solve that issue? What different thing could I use for this that would solve it? Or you can just continue on, and I'll go show you what it is. It's downstairs here. So this is the upstairs to the downstairs. And this is the new system. Looks a lot like the old system here, but it's different. We're using an Xnet controller. That's the key to this. Now, when I place down my cables, I numbered each of them. This is a 10, this is a 20, and a 30. And they go along. So this one here is 10. This is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, on like that, all the way down to 39. So this is the 30 row. So now I know what each one of these are. Now that I got that out of the way, let me show you how this would work and how it's different. And we'll get to these things down here in a minute. So let's say I haven't started at all. I'm going to use birds that I haven't done yet now for this one that I'm going to use. So I come up here to this one, and I put in lapis and black quartz. And lapis and black quartz is going to give me palace. So we come down here, and inside, now this thing here is this digital typewriter from Cyclic. And really, it's like a typewriter. It's not like a word processor at all. So we want palace. Palace. And that's fine. Oh, and you can set colors. I just wanted something sort of bright that I could see easily, so I went full green, full red. Full green, full blue, no red. But you can pick whatever color you want, doesn't matter. And so that's doing its thing, and it's creating them. And whenever it gets results in here, they're going to get pulled over and put in this crate here. And the way that's happening is for each of them, first off, I've got an input here, which comes from my seed drawer. So there's an input there, and then it exports into this crate sitting right here. So all the birds, as they're made, get stuck in here. So far, so good? Okay, so now, let's say we're going to do the next one in the list. And let's say that's going to be palace and coal for void. So, palace. We've got some palaces. Because those were 10, 10, 10s that I put in there, so that'll happen pretty quick. So then we're going to put in here, we're going to put in palace and coal. Now notice I only have 3 palace in here for now, and we're going to want more. But first off, let's not forget. Now I cannot hit enter to go down to the next line. I got to space over. And then, and you got to leave a space before the 17, the first one, or it doesn't fit properly. So this one's going to be 27, and it's going to be void. Okay, now we want when this one creates new palaces, we want them all to go into the void one. So the way we do that, we come over here, and we're looking for number 27. That's what we were working with. It's going to be around here somewhere. That's 20. No, I went down too far. 27. So I come over here, and I create an input. And that's pulling from this chest, and it'll put whatever it can into here. Well, if you remember, I put 3 palaces in there. There's now 7 of them. So each time it gets another palace, it's sticking it in here. Now, for the next step, we're going to need some. So let's use our little cheaty wand here. I got to remember when I get out of here to show you why this thing doesn't run out of power anymore. I put in some storage for my Flex network. I should have put it in the first place. I don't know why I didn't. So now it doesn't run out of power anymore. And I had storage in my test. That's why I couldn't figure out why it was running out of power all the time. Okay, that's probably enough. Let's come over here. And what are we looking? We're looking for void. Okay, so now down here, we're going to combine iron chicken with void chickens, and that will give us our Anori chickens. So we come down here, we space over, 37, Anori. Whoops. I can't type. No. Anori. Okay, so they're all ready to go. So what's good about this is whether I'm creating palace in the void one or the palace one or somewhere else, they're all going where they need to go very simply. Don't have to do much thought about it. It's going to find the right places. And I can even set priorities. If I've got like 3 different places a palace can go, I can say, I want it in this one the most, and set up a priority for it. So this is all very clean. Once you get it set up, it's quite simple to use, and it's far less confusing than what I was doing before. Okay, we'll do this through one more, and then we'll see if we've got ourselves some Anoris. Wow, that's taken forever. Well, actually, I don't need a Nori right away. What am I thinking? For the next one, I need palace. So who's got lots of palace? You do. Actually, we want a whole pile of palace, so let's... There. Put our palace in with some emeralds. And now these are both 111, so that's going to take it a bit. So the final step in all of this is diamantine. Well, notice that I didn't bother setting this one up to allow extra palaces in because I already put 16 in, so there's no reason to set that up. So now we're going to need emeradic and a nori to make the diamantine. So we need them from both of these. Okay, let's see what we've got. Why have I got regular golds? I shouldn't be getting those anymore. Why are my voids not going anywhere? Voids are supposed to go into a nori. So 30, oh, I didn't set it up for 37. Oh, that's what I forgot. 37 is going to be up here somewhere. 37. And we created one for that. So now our noris are going to come over here. That's better. Okay. We got some emeradics. What do you know? But the other thing we wanted was the noris. And we don't have them yet. What do you... Oh no, they're different. They're actually junk. I got to get these out of my inventory. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Anoris, but even in my tests, they took forever to get one. So I thought this was a really nice, clean way of doing it. Far less complicated, far less confusing. And everything was being routed where what needed to go. Now let's say as I finish off the palace, actually I'll show you another step right now. So once I've got some palaces, I'll just steal them from here. How many we got? Oh, that's fine. So we could come over here and we could go put the palace in like that. Now this is number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if we come over here, and whoops, not there, here, and we go to number 2, which is going to be down here somewhere. Maybe about there? No. Maybe here? Yeah, 2's there. And we put an input on that one. Now as we create the palaces, they'll start going on here, and it'll automatically take it around to 10, 10, 10. So we even handled that step of it. All right. Do we have any noris yet? No. What's the nori again? Void and iron. Like, it shouldn't take that long because we've got 10, 10, 10s there. We got a few voids in there. Whoops. Oh, I'm not on the... So we're running through it pretty quick. But it seems to be more difficult to get a noris. I don't know why. A nori. Okay, so then we can put in our erratic and a nori. Oh, I forgot to write these ones down. So this one here is tick. No, what am I saying? Yeah, emeradic. That's right. And then 28 is time. Does that spell right? I think it's the other way. No, the I and the A are the other way around. Okay, and so we need 28 to be 28, which is going to be down here a little bit. 25, 28. Create an insert for that one. And so now, as we get more of either the Emeratic or the Inaris, they're going to go in there. And as we can see, the palace one is starting to fill up. Because the other two were already full of palaces, right? What are you? I thought you were... Oh, you're something completely different, yeah. You're full of palace. You're full of palace, yeah. So now they're all going over here. All right, so that is the setup for this. I hope I've made that easy enough to understand in the way I explained it. Let's go out and get started on our mystical agriculture. Okay, to do that, let's craft a few things first. We're going to want some soulstone so we can make some Soulium. Not to be confused with Solarium, they're two different things. And then we're also going to be wanting, when we go to make our laser, we're going to be wanting some green slimy mud, which is that, to make crystals out of it. Blue slimy mud to make a crystal out of that. And then for the Magna Cream, I actually have a bird with Magna Cream now, but I decided to make them the old way. There, and we get the orange slimy mud that way. We'll come over here and we'll put down... Notice I was using some stone crafting tables there. Put those 4 in there. That stuff can wait. Our mystical agriculture. Now, this has changed a little bit. I put in a few more cloches, so there's sort of a ring of them going around the room here. This side is all wheat. This side is all... whatchamacallit? Inferium. They're all still at level 1. I haven't done any of the other stuff off screen. Oh, I did change a couple other things around here. I replaced all the Cyclic pipes. I'm using transfer pipes for this and connecting to the sink, and I've got a chicken in here, right? Well, 16 bone chickens making all my bone meal. And it's feeding in through the same pipe as the water, and feeding all the chickens all the way around and having no problem seeming to keep up. Yep. Even the far end has bone meal. So, and I changed the pipes that are pulling in from the back to the, whatchamacallit ones, the integrated dynamics. And I did that because it'll be faster. Once I upgrade these to higher tiers, it's going to be coming up very quickly, and I'm not sure the Cyclic can handle it, or basically any other pipes. These pipes are really, really fast. Unless I had like transfer pipes with lots of speed upgrades or something, but these don't, without the speed upgrades, are pretty damn quick. So, one of the first things we're going to want is an infusion stone. Why do I not? There. We're eventually going to want to work our way up to a master infusion stone, but to get there, we're going to need have the Supremium essence already. So we're going to start with one of these. So we're going to come over to our scanner here and click on that. And we want one of those. Boom, we've got it. Now, we're going to want to make some Supremium. So now, I do have a auto crafter there, but I think I'm going to do the first part of this kind of manually. So we'll do that. Sorry if that looks a little tedious. Yeah, we got one more set here. We'll just go ahead and do those. Okay. Inferium. Supremium. There we go. All right, so now to make this stone, we need those things there. That's fine. We'll come over here, make ourselves a master infusion stone. One of those. Done. Okay, now that we've got ourselves a oh, I still have stuff on my bar. Now that we got a master infusion stone, let's set something else up here. Actually, I don't want to auto feed into it yet, so let's get some of those back. Whoops. So this thing here, we're going to put in a new recipe here. We're going to put in with our master infusion stone and apply it. So, put in our master infusion stone. We'll put in our Inferium essence. And we got our Prudentium. Oh, okay. We want to, on this one here, we want it to go internal instead. So now when we put it in, it goes internal. All right. So let's take and put one of those there, one of these here, and we want it to remember the current items. So now when we dump a whole bunch of this stuff in, oops, I have that going to the external. I didn't mean to. Why is it still going to external? It's supposed to say internal. Don't know why it went there. Okay. Now actually, let's pull these out and we'll create a new recipe. And this recipe is going to be that, these, and apply. Oh, and again, I forgot to do it to apply. And remember. Okay. Next recipe. We'll take that. And again, this time I'll remember to press that. And apply. And we'll remember it again. And then our final step here, at least for now, take that. We'll still keep it internal. And apply. Okay, so now and remember current items. Now we're all set up for that. So we are going to auto feed the stuff into it. So we're going to need one of those, some of these, that, and one of these. Oh, notice that this cable is coming straight into there. So these ones always have to be just this stuff. Now I can move it around. These come into a slave, which means they can go into any drawer that it's suitable for. And I can decide I want more of these or more of those just by moving the cables in the back there. And I wanted this one exposed so I could get at this to stop it and things along those lines when I wanted. So see, it filled up with the Inferium really. Why is the Prudentium ending up in here? Okay, because we have a problem here, let's take that out for now. Whoops, that just put it here. I want it up there. Okay, now we can put the thing back in. And it's going to go through making me all sorts of Supremium. Well, what do I want all that Supremium for? Well, these are just the tier 1 seeds that I have, the Inferium. So I got the tier 1. The tier 2, I'm going to need the Prudentium to do it with. So, whoops. Let's just grab some Supremium. And we'll break some of that down. Let's say half of it. And we'll break some of that down. And we need to break it down again. Okay. So if we take some seeds here, I don't know how many we're going to get to do this with. Probably about half a dozen for the number of seeds I've got, I think. All right. Come over here, take our seeds. Is that not the, I thought that was the recipe. Oh, it's 8. Actually, let's do more of them, even if we don't get them all the way up to the level I want. I don't want any of these beginner seeds, period. Okay, so we've got, those are tier 2s. Oh, right, and we've got a... What the hell exploded? Something in my game exploded. Okay, I really want to take a look outside and see what's going on. Everything looks cool. Would I even hear something that happened outside when I'm in here? Whoops, wrong one. What the hell? How did I hear an explosion sound? I don't know. And I don't know whether you could hear it or not, because it doesn't always come through on your part, but yes, there was an explosion sound. Well, I guess we will find out later. Okay, back to here. So we've got 14 of the tier 2s. The tier 2s have to go with those, and I'm not going to have enough, am I? Because, right. Okay, so we need some more. Actually, there we go. Is that going to do it? Okay, now we're going to be needing blues. Don't need those anymore. And so for the blue, would it be faster like that? Probably. Whoops. Pick it up. I probably could have done this in a neater fashion. Now, I don't think I have enough to do all of these this time. Nope. That's as many as we can get done. Unless we got, whoops. Nope, that's it. Okay, so we have some tier 5s. We'll start with the tier 5s, put those in. And now we'll be getting a whole bunch more essence at least. Because the tier 5s are going to produce way more than the tier 1s did. And so these last 5 still have to be upgraded to that. Okay. And you can go in there. So now that's all doing its thing. Let's put away my toys here. This can go in there. Yeah, don't like it. Filling up my inventory. So, one of the things we're going to want to be able to do, let's say we wanted to make wither skeletons. Wither skeleton skulls. Then what we want is this essence here to make it use. So we can get wither skeleton skulls, we can get witherproof blocks, witherproof glass, etc. with that stuff. So I would like to have that regardless of whether we get a wither skeleton skull some other way. So we need to do this. We're going to need wither skeleton chunks. They're a tier 5. And to get a tier 5, we need a tier 5 mob chunk of some sort and some wither skeleton skulls. And that would take a tier 4 with that, tier 3, tier 2, tier 1. So we could go it up that way, or we could just go kill some wither skeletons and get some mob chunks off of them. So to do that, we want a weapon that we can use to get mob chunks. So let's take a look at doing that. Over here first, we're going to take a look in here. We've got those. And, oh, that, I have to use it to do something else, right? Oh, I have to use it with some Prudentium to get Soulium dust. And we are going to, and the Soulium dust can be used to cook that. So I'm going to need at least 4 of them. So we come over here, and we're going to need, whoops. Which one was it? We needed, was it Inferium or was it, I totally forget. Whoops. Use Prudentium. Okay, we'll just grab those and break them down. No, that's not going to be enough. We need something higher level. Actually, we'll just grab one of those. That should probably be plenty. Okay. So what was the recipe on this? Use. It only gets us 2. We need 4. So we need more of that. Whoops. Use. Four of that. That's good enough. Actually, I should probably drop some just in there so that I had it for later. Okay, back out again. And we'll put those 4 in there. Come over here and make a couple more things. So vibrant crystal, I got vibrant alloy. I got some from loot bags. You can get them from chickens as well. Put it in there, and we've got ourselves an electromagnet. I like this better than the actually additions one because I don't have to have it in my hand to use it. I can just put it in my inventory and use it that way. Okay, so where were we on this? Oh, that was cooking, and it's cooked. All right, where is my... I'm missing one of my crystals. I'm going to have to go back and see where it went when I did this. I don't get it. I'm going to cut away and make a new crystal. Back in a sec. There, I just cooked up a new crystal. And we're ready to go on that. Okay, let's go into this one and start making ourselves some laser. Okay, to do this, we are going to need some stuff. We are going to need 3 of those, 3 of those, and 4 of those, and 4 of those. All those need to be melted. None of these are turned on, right? Yeah, okay. So now let's make ourselves some parts. For it, we need this, which is the laser medium. We need this, which is the pipe piece. This, which is the battery. And a tough tool rod. They're probably in here. Yes. Okay. In here, we're going to put that in. We need to make casts for each of these. And I should have left those in the pattern chest. Okay, and as we remember, what we can do with these is I've got my tank full of the stuff here. Drop it down. Now, for the ingredients that we're going to go into this, I think for the battery, I'm going to use Manyullyn. That gives us cold-blooded. I would get more, or store more energy if I used something like, what was it, Enrod. But then I wouldn't be getting the cold-blooded, and I would like the cold-blooded gives me 50% more damage against undamaged enemies. All right, so let's put them in here. So let's first off pick our Manyullyn. Now, for the important part, the pipe piece, I'm going to pick Supremium. I'm not saying that that's the best. That's the best I can get currently. What I ideally would like is to get some infinity. So for that, I'm going to need an infinity cow. And I haven't found one yet. So I'm considering putting down, for a couple of different reasons, come on, Solarium. Or not Sol, sorry, I'm Supremium. This is the pipe piece, right? Pipe piece. And if I put down nature cores, it should dramatically increase the number of cows that spawn, and I'll increase my chances of getting one of the cows that I want. The pain of them is you can't break them after you place them. So I'd have to pave over it or just rip out the dirt or something. But I was considering sort of double teaming it, and this is the medium, right? That was the pipe piece, yes. The medium gets the refined glowstone. Got that from a bag of some sort. I forget which bag. That's mechanism, so you'd have to make it with mechanism if you wanted it. There's no chickens for it. Which we're going to get into soon because I'm allowed to want more of that, and I think I used all I had. Oh, and I need the other pipe piece too. For the Solarium. And the reason that I picked the refined glowstone is it gave it a power of 10 and a range of 40. So it's pretty damn good. I don't know that we can do much better than that. Oh, yeah, probably infinity again. So if you have infinity, that would probably be the way to go. Okay, we'll just put these casts over here. Put that one back in for later. So we now, oh, they're all in here. Oh, and the other thing we have to make for a part is a tool rod. Now I really question whether I picked the right one for this. The reason I picked it, like its stats are nothing special, is the hearts. And heart says higher attacker health means more damage. Well, by attacker, does it mean me? I think it means me. And if that's the case, I have increased health from those extra hearts. So I've got 20 instead. So I'm wondering if that's a good thing for me to use a weapon like this. So that's the thing. Our Supremium, our battery, our Restonia, and refined glowstone, and gives us a clown-colored laser gun. So now, once we've got that, whoops, back to this. We put that in, we put in these three, put in that, and the Solarium, and if you can see, the new one gets chunky, which means that it will, when I kill mobs with it, it'll drop chunks. I think I'll just leave some of this redstone down here. Let's leave that there too. Okay, so let's check this guy out. Actually, I didn't need to. Oh yeah, I've got a. Is that thing powered? I guess so. So let's get slightly prepared before I jump into the Nether. Let's get a few things on my bar here. We want this. We want... Where's the other one of those? I don't know. I want some of those. Inventory. Food. And a fire charm. My charm's working. Okay, and I'd set a home in there. You got to have cheats enabled to be able to do that. Now notice these guys are lighting up, and you can even shoot through walls. But let's see if we can't get over towards another fortress and do some killing over that way instead. Well, why can't I? Oh, my magnet probably isn't turned on. There, now it's turned on. Now we're sucking stuff up. And it is a laser. It looks like a laser from the 60s. What I mean by that is lasers that they would have put on sci-fi shows in the 60s. And yes, I'm old enough to have watched sci-fi shows in the 60s. Can I kill it? No, I can't even shoot it. Oh, I can shoot it, but I can't damage it with this thing. Okay. I was wondering. Don't even have to go in the room to kill it. Who knows? I really should have got myself some night vision to make it a little easier for you to see. Really sort of takes the challenge out of this quite a bit, doesn't it? Put that on. There. And I can turn it into a resurb spawner later if I want. But I haven't seen... Oh, speak of the devil. I was about to say I haven't seen any wither skeletons. I don't want any of your drops falling. No mob checks from anything yet. Have I? I've been withered. What did I get withered by? Oh, and I'm full. So let's get out a bag to put stuff in. And we'll just start dumping all sorts of junk in here. I'm not going to make you wait while I sift through what I want, what I don't want, things like that. And did we get any? Yeah, we got some zombie chunks. So that's how you get chunks. Well, I think that's it for this episode. I hope you found out something worthwhile. Go out there and have some fun. Thanks.